100% back in the game.
In the words of Louis Walsh, it was very camp. Because you can feel it in the room again.
It was the wrong time. I honestly think it's Louis' wrong time of the month tonight.
The act who received the fewest votes from the public and who will be leaving the competition tonight is Aiden.
Oh, dear, dear,
poor
dear,
Aiden.
dear, dear, dear.
Dear, dear, indeed.
We weren't expecting you to be sitting here this morning, that's for sure.
Well, there's a smile. There's a smile there, which there wasn't
Only
much about
just.
last night.
Well,
There's only just a smile.
I'm so intense, you know, it's hard to crack open a smile. But I've got to do it once in a while.
Were you finding that? I wondered if you were close to tears at that point. Not because a lot of people have said, oh, you just looked grumpy and you didn't speak and you were cross, but you looked very emotional to me, as if you couldn't speak, even if you'd wanted to.
Well, it's hard to take, isn't it? It's quite... You enter a show like this. For me, it was just all about whether people would get me or not. I've never thought I was X Factor, you know, product.
So the thing is that we know that in the past, it doesn't matter really whether you win it or you don't, that there are, you know, so there are people who've carved very successful careers out after having come second, third, fourth, whatever. So what about now then? You have a very specific style, a style that in Schofield household was much appreciated. We loved what you did. So will you, what are you going to do now?
Just crack on. Hopefully I can keep busy. Look at that. Face. Hopefully I can keep busy, you know, start writing some stuff and making the sort of music
Do you
that I
write as
make.
well?
Oh yeah, I can write a little bit.
Do you?
Yeah, okay.
But it is an opportunity that you have to grab with both hands and run with it, don't you? Because
Yeah,
if, you know, if you don't go forward in the competition, then people will quickly forget. So, you know,
Yeah.
are you ready to kind of grab that and,
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
run with it?
It's such a massive platform, and you know, I've if anything, just got a massive advantage. I've shared a stage with Take That, and 14 million people, or however many it was, have seen me and will have their opinion. So.
And what about that ending up in the bottom two with Katie, and there are still the likes of, you know, the entertainment team like Wagner are still there. Do you think that's fair?
Well, yeah, it's fair, isn't it? You know, the whole thing of the show is if you get votes, you stay in, and you got votes. So
But what upsets you the most about being out, is it the fact that there are other people still in the competition that are clearly nowhere near as good a performer as you?
Oh, thank you. It's not upsetting, if anything, you know. Like I say, I've just got a big advantage now, and I can go out and hopefully use it well. People are in it. Yeah, everyone deserves to be there. Everyone goes out and does the best.
Well, the thing is, every week someone's going to go now.
I don't like the fact that Wagner gets booed. Because
yeah,
that's the public vote. And I think, hang on a second, apart from the fact there are times when I just want to scream, will you shut up in the studio so I can hear what's going on, but that's just because I'm probably getting old. The fact that Wagner got booed, I think, is really poor sportsmanship.
Distasteful.
Don't boo him, because he's not voting for himself. There are other people voting for him.
Yeah,
But
that's
Casey got booed
directed
as
at the
well.
people that are voting, because he's entered a competition, and when you enter anything, really, you want to do well, you want to progress, and that's exactly what he's achieving. So for him to be booed is just a little bit stupid, really.
What gossip have you got for us?
Oh, plenty, as always. Wagner, while we're on him, before you might be able to confirm this or not, Aidan, depends what kind of mood you're in, but he was meant to go on and sing I'm Still Standing, basically in like a horse-drawn carriage. I don't know whether there was horses involved, probably not, but because of time constraints, they had to drop that, so we had to just go on normally, and someone said that they usually would obviously be announced by the big voice. That didn't come on either, so there was a bit of a mix-up. And, you know, clearly he's very tense about performing. It all went wrong, and he really lost his head at a few of the production stuff. Did you see any of
that? No. Yeah, he was supposed to be in a big horse cart, though. It did look cool. It was at the back there where the sun is.
Right.
Wagner doesn't lose his head.
He didn't throw a diva strop then and start
no.
shouting. He said it's shouting at production staff behind the scenes and things. You didn't hear any of that.
If it happened, you didn't see it?
Oh,
or
yeah.
If you did see it, you're not going to tell
I
us?
have no comment.
Yeah,
That's
fair
it.
enough. No comment. That's safe.
There you go.
And also, it's in the paper today. You mentioned it that it was sort of leaked that you were going to go. It warned on Twitter that you were the bottom three and likely to face your exit, so you'd prepared himself. How did you hear about this? Because I'll read the statement from the X Factor. They say people make lots of unfounded predictions on the internet about the order of the contestants based on various popularity polls. We don't believe there is a leak. Any leak claims are continually monitored. So who told you?
It was probably completely irrelevant. It was just one of those things. About 10 minutes before I went on, one of my friends from home just sent me a text, a heads up. It was saying, "I've just been on Twitter, just to let you know you're third from bottom to be predicted to go. So heads up." I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, thanks
Cheers.
for that, mate.
Thanks for that.
But while you're all in the house, do you get to see the papers? It's every single day. If it's not front page, it's certainly big inside most of the papers. Do you get to see all that? Does it affect you? Do you believe it?
You try and stray away from it. I've been quite lucky. I've kind of swum under the radar. There's no controversy. I've enjoyed reading all sorts of things about Matt. That's quite humorous.
Were you quite good mates with
Oh yeah,
Matt?
I love Matt.
And
Love Matt.
have you predicted your winner?
Oh, it's difficult to predict a winner in this programme.
Who would you like to win?
Matt to win all the way. Matt to win, yeah.
Because he's your mate, or you think he's the best?
No, he's amazing. He's got an amazing voice.
He is. And we're talking about gossip still. We're talking about the papers there. Front page of The Sun today, Jeff, saying about Katie apparently has appeared singing on a record
Lola
in America.
Fontaine. Yeah, I mean, we knew from before the show started that she had gone to America. She'd starred in some kind of online show about herself trying to make it. And we never really found out just how far she got with it. But she was close to releasing something under the name of Lola Fontaine as some kind of jazz singer. And it just seems to have resurfaced again. I just wonder whether it is because at the moment she's hugely controversial. That was her fourth week in the bottom two, and yet she survives again. Simon Cowell seems to be hell-bent on keeping her in this competition.
Well, he said he likes her because she's different, you know.
He likes her because of the column inches.
Well, yeah, that helps as well. Because I'd read somewhere that he'd bought her out from this record deal in America because they're not allowed to be on the show if you've got a record deal somewhere else.
And I'd heard as well that she was invited to actually come and be a part of the final 12. So it's all things that we'll never prove and we'll never really know the complete truth. But it does seem that she has got some guardian angels out there that are looking after her and keeping her within this competition.
What do you make of her, Aiden? And did you feel sorry for her? You know, both standing there last night, she was squeezing your hand as if it was going to fall off.
Yeah, she's all right, you know.
You didn't look too up for the cuddle that she gave you.
Oh, well, you know, wasn't the time for cuddling.
It wasn't the time for affection.
No, she does well. She comes up every week.
What was up with the judges anyway? I mean, Louis went mad. And I know that Danny was, you know, saying.
Did that annoy you or not?
Well, I did after a time. I thought initially, yeah, I understand what she's doing, and I thought, OK, stop it now. But
no, this is your mentor we're talking about, so don't take it too personally.
But
when she did that in Louis' face, whether
well,
that
I
set
think
him
Louis
off for the rest of the
actually.
evening.
Well, I just thought Louis deserved it mostly. I mean, he seemed to be. Wagner was reminded him of a young Elton John.
Yes,
in
he
what
comes out with some crazy comments, doesn't he?
That deserved a lot of that. That's for sure.
It did a little bit. But when Danny did that, just go back to Danny, I wondered whether that actually detracted from your performance. I wondered whether her doing that would annoy people and make people forget about what you've just done and done well, and think about how much actually they're annoyed with that.
You know, she's been amazing. She is by far, in my opinion, the best mentor. She's always there, advice all the time on the phone. She has literally been amazing. You know, and she said to me afterwards, it can just get frustrating for someone who's constantly trying to fight your corner. Yeah. If you're getting bad praise or being overlooked by bickering or whatever.
We've got a couple of questions from the hub. A quick couple, Colleen.
Yeah, Clive on Facebook says, do you feel you had enough of a chance to show your personality on the show, particularly in song choice?
You know, it's... Oh, my phone. It's...
Your phone ringing? Your phone ringing? No, pick it up. Where is it? Who is it?
Might be Danny.
Well, it might be, you know. It's difficult. You know, like I said, I didn't think I was an X Factor sort of guy, and the sort of music that I like isn't necessarily the sort of music that can be played on ITV, and people go, oh, I like that one, I'll vote for that. So you've always got to find a middleman.
Okay.
You know, you started with singing Gold Digger. I mean, that was amazing. Everybody loved that. Simon said, now there's a pop star. How do you think you've developed as the 5 or 6 weeks have gone by? Have you gone away from what you originally intended to be and sound like?
Not really, because, you know, if you get a slow song like that, you've got to deliver it. That's a nice angle. You've got to
Interesting view.
You've got to deliver it, you know, in the right way. If I went on singing Mad World or Thriller, going all the way through, I thought like a proper plonker. But, you know, I think my songs have been alright. And you've got to be unravelled. You've got to be made known as what kind of artist you are to the public. So to try and unwrap you slowly.
Well, best of luck, and thank you for coming in today. And we'll look forward to seeing what it is that you end up recording, the stuff that you wanted to do. Thanks, Andy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
After the break, we've got other soap gossip, so don't go away. 2 minutes.